Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of us can relate to, decluttering our living spaces. Let me ask you this. Do you ever walk into a room filled with items you've collected over the years and feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of stuff? If so, you're not alone. Many people struggle with the challenge of letting go of possessions that no longer serve them. Decluttering is about more than just tidying up. It's a transformative journey that can lead to a lighter, more joyful existence. When we clear out the clutter from our homes, we also create space for a fresh perspective, both physically and mentally. It's an opportunity to rediscover what truly matters in our lives and to make room for new experiences. In this video, we'll explore 10 simple yet effective steps to help you navigate your decluttering process. Each step is designed to guide you through the challenges and triumphs of letting go, making it easier to create a home that feels like a true sanctuary. These steps will empower you to take control of your environment, and I promise they can be quite liberating. As we embark on this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on your own space. What areas feel cluttered, and how does that affect your mood and daily life? Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others who are also seeking to declutter their homes. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's get started on this path to a more organized and peaceful living space. Before we dive into the actual decluttering process, it's essential to establish clear goals. Setting specific objectives gives you a roadmap to follow, making the journey more manageable and motivating. So, let's talk about how to define your decluttering goals effectively. First, ask yourself, what do you hope to achieve by decluttering your space? Do you want to create a more relaxing environment? Perhaps you're looking to downsize or simply make your home feel more organized. Whatever your reason, writing it down can help solidify your commitment. For example, if your goal is to create a peaceful sanctuary at home, think about what that looks like for you. Visualize a space free of clutter where you can unwind after a long day. This visualization can serve as a powerful motivator when you start to feel overwhelmed during the decluttering process. Moreover, consider breaking your main goal into smaller, more achievable targets. Instead of saying, I want to declutter my entire home, try setting goals for specific rooms or areas, like, I will declutter my bedroom this week. This approach makes the task less daunting and allows you to celebrate small victories along the way. Additionally, research shows that having clear goals can significantly increase your chances of success. Studies in psychology emphasize the importance of setting intentions, as they can guide your behavior and help you stay focused. I encourage you to take a moment now to think about your decluttering goals. What do you want to accomplish? Share your goals in the comments below. I'd love to hear what inspires you. Let's move forward together, prepared and motivated to transform our spaces. Now that you've defined your decluttering goals, it's time to develop a detailed plan to help you achieve them. A solid plan not only provides structure, but also makes the process feel less overwhelming. Let's break down how to create an effective decluttering strategy. Start by assessing your space. Walk through your home and take note of the areas that feel cluttered or chaotic. Identify specific rooms or sections that you want to tackle first. It can be helpful to prioritize these areas based on where you spend the most time or where clutter affects you the most. For instance, if your living room feels cramped, you might want to start there. Next, set a timeline for your decluttering efforts. This doesn't mean you have to finish everything in one day. Instead, break the process down into manageable chunks. You could dedicate a few hours each week to focusing on one area at a time. This approach allows you to maintain momentum without feeling rushed or stressed. Additionally, consider creating a checklist of tasks for each area you plan to declutter. For example, if you're working on your kitchen, your checklist might include sorting through the pantry, organizing utensils, and clearing off counters. Having a visual representation of your tasks can be incredibly satisfying as you check them off one by one. Finally, don't forget to build in time for breaks and self-reflection. Decluttering can be an emotional process, so it's important to take care of yourself along the way. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, step back and take a breather. As you create your plan, I encourage you to share your approach in the comments. How do you plan to tackle your decluttering journey? Let's support each other and make this process as rewarding as possible. As we move forward in our decluttering journey, the third step is to start with small areas. This approach is incredibly effective for a couple of reasons. First, tackling smaller spaces helps you build momentum, and second, it makes the process feel less overwhelming. So let's explore how to get started. When you begin with a small area, such as a single drawer, a shelf, or even a corner of a room, you're setting yourself up for success. These bite-sized projects allow you to see immediate results, which can be incredibly motivating. For example, you might choose to declutter your nightstand. Take everything out, clean the surface, and then decide what to keep. By the end of this task, you'll have a neatly organized space that feels refreshing. Another benefit of starting small is that it reduces the risk of feeling overwhelmed. If you were to jump into decluttering an entire room at once, you might find yourself lost in piles of items and unsure where to begin. By focusing on a specific area, you can concentrate your efforts and see progress quickly. Additionally, research in psychology suggests that achieving small wins can boost your confidence and encourage you to continue. Each small area you declutter is a victory that reinforces your commitment to the overall goal of creating a more organized home. As you embark on this step, I encourage you to share which small area you plan to tackle first. Are you choosing a drawer, a closet, or perhaps a shelf in your living room? Your choice might inspire someone else to take that first step. Let's celebrate these small victories together and keep the momentum going. As we continue our decluttering journey, let's talk about an essential principle that can help you maintain a clutter-free environment: the one-in, one-out rule. This simple yet powerful strategy can significantly reduce the amount of stuff you accumulate over time, making it easier to keep your space organized. So, what does this rule entail? Essentially, it means that for every new item you bring into your home, you should remove an existing item. This approach encourages mindful consumption and helps you evaluate the significance of each item you own. For instance, if you buy a new shirt, consider donating or recycling an old one from your wardrobe. This way, you're not just adding to the clutter, you're actively managing it. The beauty of the one-in, one-out rule is that it promotes a more intentional lifestyle. It encourages you to think critically about your purchases and whether they truly add value to your life. This reflection can lead to more thoughtful shopping habits, reducing impulse buys and unnecessary acquisitions. Moreover, adhering to this rule can help you maintain the progress you've made during your decluttering efforts. After spending time and energy organizing your space, the last thing you want is to see it become cluttered again. By keeping this rule in mind, you create a sustainable system that supports long-term organization. I challenge you to try implementing the one-in, one-out rule in your own life. Share in the comments how you plan to apply this principle. What items do you think you might let go of when you bring something new home? Let's support each other in creating spaces that are not only organized, but also filled with items that truly bring us joy. As we move on to our fifth step in the decluttering process, it's time to talk about the importance of categorizing your belongings. This step is crucial because it allows you to see what you have, make informed decisions about what to keep, and identify items that may no longer serve a purpose in your life. When you begin categorizing, start by gathering similar items together. For instance, if you're decluttering your living room, bring all your books, magazines, and decorative items into one space. This method gives you a clear view of how much you have in each category and can often be quite surprising. You may find that you have multiple copies of the same book or a collection of decor items that no longer fit your style. Next, as you sort through these categories, ask yourself some key questions for each item. Do I love this? Do I use it regularly? Does it serve a purpose in my life? If the answer is no, it may be time to let it go. This process not only helps you decide what to keep, but also encourages you to reflect on your relationship with your possessions. Additionally, research in organizational psychology shows that categorizing items can improve your ability to make decisions and reduce decision fatigue. When your belongings are grouped logically, it's easier to determine what you truly need and what can be removed. As you categorize your belongings, I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments. What categories are you finding most challenging? Are there any surprises in what you own? Let's support each other in this process and celebrate the progress we make toward a more organized and functional home. Now that you've categorized your belongings and made decisions about what to keep, it's time for the sixth step, creating space for the items you've chosen to retain. This step is vital for ensuring that your home remains organized and that everything has a designated place. First, take a moment to evaluate your current storage solutions. Are they working for you? If you find that certain areas of your home are still cluttered, it may be a sign that you need to rethink how you're storing your belongings. A common mistake many people make is cramming too many items into a single space, which can lead to chaos and frustration. When organizing, aim for a system that makes sense for your lifestyle. For example, if you frequently use kitchen gadgets, keep them easily accessible in drawers or on countertops. On the other hand, items you rarely use can be stored away in higher cabinets or less accessible areas. This strategy not only optimizes your space, but also enhances your daily routine by making it easier to find what you need. Consider using clear bins or labeled containers for smaller items. This practice not only keeps everything tidy, but also allows you to quickly see what you have. Utilizing vertical space with shelves or hooks can also help maximize your storage potential. As you create space in your home, think about the flow of each room. Ensure that pathways are clear and that commonly used items are within reach. This will create a more functional living environment. I invite you to share how you plan to create space for the items you've decided to keep. What organizational strategies do you find effective? Let's brainstorm ideas together and inspire each other to create organized, functional spaces that reflect our lives. As we advance to the 7th step in our decluttering journey, let's discuss the importance of implementing regular decluttering practices. Maintaining an organized space is not just a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process that requires consistent attention and commitment. To start, consider setting aside a specific time each week or month dedicated solely to decluttering. This could be as simple as a 10-minute tidy-up session where you assess one area of your home. By incorporating regular decluttering into your routine, you can prevent clutter from building up again and keep your space feeling fresh and organized. Another effective strategy is to create a decluttering checklist. This list can include tasks such as checking for items that need to be returned, assessing clothing for seasonal changes, or re-evaluating items that may no longer serve a purpose. Having a checklist not only keeps you organized, but also provides a sense of accomplishment as you check off completed tasks. Additionally, consider designating a donation box in your home. Whenever you come across items that you no longer use or need, simply place them in this box. Once it's full, take the time to donate or recycle the items. This practice helps maintain a clutter-free environment and encourages a mindset of letting go. Research shows that regularly evaluating your belongings can lead to improved mental clarity and reduced stress. When your space is organized, it's easier to focus on what truly matters in your life. I encourage you to share your thoughts on how you plan to integrate regular decluttering practices into your routine. What strategies have worked for you in the past? Let's motivate each other to stay committed to maintaining our organized spaces. As we move to the 8th step in our decluttering journey, let's focus on the importance of seeking support from your community. Decluttering can sometimes feel like a lonely process, but it doesn't have to be. Engaging with others who share similar goals can provide motivation, encouragement, and valuable insights. One effective way to find support is by joining local decluttering or organizing groups. Many communities have clubs or online forums where individuals come together to share their progress, tips, and experiences. This sense of camaraderie can foster accountability, making it easier to stay committed to your decluttering goals. You can celebrate each other's successes and provide encouragement during challenging moments. Additionally, consider organizing a decluttering event with friends or family. You could host a weekend decluttering party where everyone brings items they wish to let go of. Not only does this create a fun atmosphere, but it also gives you the opportunity to help each other decide what to keep or donate. Plus, you can swap items that others may find useful, which reduces waste and promotes a sense of community. Don't underestimate the power of social media either. Online platforms can connect you with like-minded individuals who are also on a decluttering journey. Sharing your progress on social media can inspire others and encourage them to join you in your efforts. Remember, you're not alone in this process. Many people face the same challenges and are eager to share their experiences. I invite you to share your thoughts on how you plan to seek support from your community. Have you participated in any group activities related to decluttering? Let's encourage each other to build a supportive network as we work towards our goals. As we arrive at the 9th step in our decluttering journey, it's time to focus on evaluating your progress and making necessary adjustments. This step is crucial because it allows you to reflect on what you've accomplished so far and to reassess your goals and strategies. Start by taking a moment to look back at the areas you've decluttered. Reflect on how these changes have impacted your daily life. Do you feel more relaxed in your living space? Are you finding it easier to locate items you need? By acknowledging the positive changes, you reinforce your motivation to continue on this path. Next, consider what strategies worked well for you and which ones may need improvement. For example, if you found that categorizing your items was effective, perhaps you can apply that method to other areas of your home. On the other hand, if certain areas still feel cluttered, it might be time to reassess your approach. Are there specific items you find difficult to let go of? Identifying these challenges can help you develop new strategies moving forward. Additionally, set new goals based on your evaluations. If you've successfully decluttered your living room, perhaps it's time to tackle another space, like your kitchen or garage. Creating new targets keeps the momentum going and prevents stagnation. Finally, remember that decluttering is a continuous journey, not a one-time event. Be patient with yourself and recognize that it's okay to adjust your plans as needed. I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments. How do you evaluate your progress? What adjustments have you made along the way? Let's support one another as we adapt and grow through our decluttering journeys. As we reach the final step in our decluttering journey, let's focus on the importance of finding joy in the process. Decluttering is not just about getting rid of items, it's also about creating a space that reflects who you are and what you value. By embracing the journey, you can transform it into a positive and fulfilling experience. One way to cultivate joy during decluttering is to celebrate the small victories. Every item you choose to let go of represents a step toward a more organized and peaceful environment. Take a moment to acknowledge your progress, whether it's finishing a small area or donating a bag of clothes. Consider treating yourself to something special, like enjoying a favorite snack or taking a break to do something you love. These little rewards can help reinforce the positive feelings associated with decluttering. Additionally, keep in mind that the process can be a chance for self-discovery. As you sift through your belongings, you may stumble upon items that spark fond memories or remind you of your passions. Allow yourself to reminisce and appreciate these moments, even as you decide to let go of certain things. This reflection can create a deeper connection to your space and help you understand what truly matters to you. Finally, remember that the end goal is to create a home that feels light, inviting, and reflective of your values. When your space is organized, it's easier to focus on what brings you joy in life. I encourage you to share in the comments what brings you joy during the decluttering process. What discoveries have you made about yourself along the way? Let's celebrate these moments together as we create homes filled with positivity and purpose. As we wrap up our decluttering journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the steps we've covered and the progress we've made together. Decluttering is about more than just tidying up your home. It's a transformative process that can enhance your overall well-being and create a more peaceful living environment. Throughout this video, we've explored 10 essential steps, from defining your decluttering goals to finding joy in the process. Each step is a building block that can help you create a space that feels lighter, more organized, and truly reflects who you are. Remember, the journey of decluttering is ongoing, and it's perfectly normal to adjust your strategies and goals as you progress. I want to express my gratitude for joining me on this journey today. Your willingness to reflect on your space and take actionable steps to improve it is commendable. I encourage you to keep the conversation going in the comments. Share your experiences, insights, and any tips you've discovered along the way. Your stories can inspire others who are on a similar path. As we look ahead, remember that decluttering is not just a task. It's a commitment to living a more intentional life. Let's continue to support each other as we create homes that are not only organized, but also filled with joy and purpose. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I'm excited to hear about your decluttering experiences and the positive changes you're making in your lives. Stay tuned for more inspiring content, and until next time, let's keep striving for spaces that bring us peace, happiness, and fulfillment.